Best Products. I'm here with Bridget.
Hey.
And today we're going to be knitting. We have sets from a company called We Are Knitters. They're based out of Spain. And the pattern that they sent us is the Happy Cushion, which is this adorable heart-shaped knit cushion, which we are going to attempt and begin today, and we'll see where we end up with it by the end of the segment. This segment, which you're going to be seeing every week, is called Taking It Back Tuesday. It's one that I'm going to be hosting and just talking about the home and taking it back to, you know, keeping it simple, keeping it chill in the home, and ways to, I don't know, make it nice. We're making it nice. So, today, like I said, we're knitting. These are really, really plushy, awesome skeins of wool that are provided. They're 100% Peruvian sheep's wool, super, super nice. And like I said, the kits that they provided come with this skein of wool and also these amazing and enormous knitting needles. They're 15 millimeters, probably the biggest knitting needles I've ever used. They also come with the pattern, of course, because, you know, we need a little reminder of what we're doing, and a needle to help you thread everything together, as well as a little tag that's branded appropriately, so you can finish it off after, you know, you've completed your project. So with that, we're going to cast on our first row, and I've been knitting for like 15 years. I was taught in middle school by my cousin, and even though I've been knitting for all this time, I'm still very much a basic skill level person. What about you?
Same. Yeah, totally same. I think right about the same amount of years. I think my mom taught me in middle school.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've only done a handful of projects that are basically just like back and forth scarves.
Right.
Cowl scarves.
A lot of cowl
scarf action.
I feel like
I'm excited this is like a home decor piece.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it doesn't have to be a winter thing.
No, exactly. I like actually knitting in the summertime. I feel like just being more crafty in general in the summer, and just hanging out outside, making scarves and stuff for the winter time. Since they're increasing the decor section on their site, they're doing a lot more with woven wall hangings and these pillows, as you can see. So it's not just about like stuff that you can wear in the winter, like cowls and mittens and scarves. You can make things for the home, which can work all year. So casting on in a very like elementary method. There are many ways to cast on. I just hold one end of it and just loop it over and over until I get to the desired number of stitches. And you beat me, so okay, I'm gonna catch up real quick. Don't worry about it.
Really cool and speedy. Yeah, I've never really followed a pattern, so this will be a new experience.
Yeah.
And only a few times. I feel like I've accidentally dropped a lot of stitches, but this was telling you to, you know, increase and decrease a lot to make the shape, obviously. So
the site's really nice and intuitive for new knitters. We were actually just kind of revisiting the basic stitching tips there, and how to add on and cast off. So if you've never knit before and you just really want to get into it and don't know what's the best kit to use, what's the best supply to use, everything that they have on the site is, you can see the skill level involved. These are both easy, so we are very fortunate to have gotten easy kits, but you can get up to an expert or intermediate level if that's where you're at. So 4, 8.
So nice with the chunky yarn too, that you can see everything really clearly.
Yeah.
And it goes fast.
It is.
Like a project you can sit down and like almost finish in one setting.
It is nice. And it seems as though like this is one you could probably, you know, finish in one day if you were really dedicated to do that. Okay, so
series to watch.
So we've cast on, and now we're gonna do row 1, which is just according to the directions, a regular row. Okay, here we go. So do you have any current projects going on?
Let's see, nothing knitting wise. I was kind of craving something, so I'm glad this came along.
Yeah.
I I was showing you recently, I did like a little garlandy thing. I'm big on the garlands.
Ooh.
And I tried like, I used air dry clay and made different phases of the moon, so they kind of hang like a pendant. It's super cute.
Wow.
It is really cute. Very Pinteresty.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably found it on Pinterest. Really.
Nice. I have an ongoing knitting project actually. That's just a never-ending scarf. It's so, I mean, I just love the act of knitting because it keeps my hands busy. I can't, you know, be on the computer at the same time. I can't even watch a movie at the same time, really. If I usually either listen to like an entire album that I just really want to sit down and listen to, or a podcast that's like, you know,
Prime podcast.
one of those hour 30 long podcasts.
You should just make a blanket.
You know,
an endless scarf.
It's not a bad idea.
This always happens. I feel like I go so tight.
Oh yeah, I try to like get right in the middle of like a tightness and a looseness because you don't want, you know, to fall off or for the stitches to be uneven. And we're just getting to know this yarn, so
it's the first date.
We're in the intro phase.
Right. But yeah, it's lovely to work with so far because it's so cushy.
And it doesn't like catch on your hands like wool.
Mm-hmm.
It's soft. Okay.
And someone's wondering, what is the easiest thing to start with if you're just learning to knit? Like, what was like when you guys first started?
My very first project was a pot holder because they are small little squares. You can finish them very easily and feel very accomplished. But a scarf, a cowl, also very, like, same basic shape. They're very easy to make too.
Yeah.
And what was the first thing you made? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think it was a scarf. With just like regular old acrylic yarn and like metal needles. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone ever wore that scarf, but it exists somewhere.
I gave a lot of scarves to friends of mine. I don't know. Maybe they still have them. Shout out all those friends. Wearing my scarves.
My day ones. And what? Because I know you're talking about yarn. What kind of yarn is this?
This is 100% natural Peruvian Andes wool. So comes from the plush wool from the sheeps from that region. It's a pleasure to work with.
Okay.
All right. So row 1 is done. All right. So
Where we increase.
for our second row, we are actually increasing by 2 stitches. Getting a little complex here, but I'm not afraid. I'm gonna do it.
So you do a regular stitch,
1 regular stitch,
and then knitting into that. No, I don't think that was right.
Well, that's what's cool too, that you're able to, like, because as someone who never knits, I never knew that it could be something you could like do with people or have like a little like actually be able to like hang out and like work with each other while you're doing it.
It's like it's a nice social activity.
I never really had that.
I never do either.
Like, there was that rage of like knitting circles in the like early 2000s.
Oh yeah,
Taking back knitting.
yeah. The like cult of domesticity,
Yes.
which I'm
Knit
all about.
bitches. Okay, wait. I'm confused. Let's see.
I think I just like looped onto one available little loop there. What's nice about this pack is that whenever I start a new project and just go to the craft store and look around, I never know like what exact supplies I need, what kind of wool I should buy, and the skeins are always like varying sizes. So if I want to make a big project, I'm like, should I buy 3 of them or 2 and just hope that they're still in stock if I still need more? This kit just gives you everything you need. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it.
Plus, like, being in New York, it's so annoying to go to craft stores. So it's nice to have it all delivered to you.
That is nice.
It's also really encouraging for like new people to start, because if like if I would go to a craft store, I'd have no clue where to go, so I'd be like, I'll just leave. Yeah.
Right, I know. And I always get distracted by everything else at the craft store. I'm like, my gosh, I didn't realize they had, 5 whole aisles of scrapbooking. And I'll
walk away with like 2 packages of paper straws.
Right.
Nothing else.
Right.
And for all the material that gets shipped over, like when you order it, do you get to keep it? Do you get to keep the needles and everything?
Yep, everything you get to keep. It's really, really nice. So even if your first product doesn't work out, you can, reuse the wool and make whatever you'd like, really. But the knitting needles are good for any project that you want to work with. They're 100% beechwood. They don't use plastic, which is really nice. This company is really dedicated to recycling and also using really high quality products, which is nice.
Moment of truth. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. Oh yeah, I have to cast on one more, I think.
Cast away.
I have 19.
Oh, how did that happen? We're all
learning.
learning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. I don't.
And you're the ones who didn't know math was involved, so that's not.
Not the strong suit.
Yeah. I love also for now because these are red and blue. It's perfect for 4th of July. Little cushions. Yeah.
Yes.
And are there's there's different colors on the site too?
Yeah, you can pick out the project that you want to do and the color of the skein that you want, so that it matches the rest of your decor. It should say when you order what you're getting in it.
Oh, cool.
They have other really cool crown kits too, like the embroidery one. That's something I was interested in.
Yeah.
It was like those latch hooks when you were a kid.
I love
like that.
those.
Yeah, they're really cool.
And someone's also wondering, how do you knit something and make it not itchy? If you guys have any tips for itch?
Oh, that's all about the material that you
Oh,
use. Like this, I don't see as ever being an itchy thing. Yeah, I guess it just depends on the material. Definitely feel the wool that you're planning to use, or any of the other kinds of cloth that you'd like to use. But yeah, no, some wool is unfortunately kind of itchy, but this is really high quality, so not gonna have that problem. All right, I'm on row 3 now.
Oh, wow.
All right, it's just regular. So this is apparently, we're just knitting a regular stitch called a garter stitch, and I have experimented with the purl stitch, which is, as far as I know, is a backwards garter stitch, but have not gotten terribly complex beyond that. What about you?
Yeah, I did take a little class in Brooklyn once. It was cute, telling you different stitches.
Ooh.
And purl was part of it, and but I didn't retain much. I just go back to the garter.
Yep.
I mean, the garter gives you the scarf look and the little snaky look.
Yeah,
That's enough.
It's fine. What's nice is that if you play around with using different size knitting needles and also the yarn, different sized yarn, you get a little bit more of a complex stitch, it looks like. If you use tiny needles and tiny yarn, I feel like even though it's the same stitch, it looks a little bit different.
Have you ever tried to crochet?
No, I've never tried to crochet. I just see and admire from afar. Although I do hear that it's not that hard to learn, apparently.
I beg to differ.
I mean, it's just
I
one
can't do it.
needle. How hard could it be? I don't know. I see people doing it on the train all the time. I'm just sort of in awe.
Well, that's so funny because that's what I was thinking of when I saw these. I was like, oh, that's perfect for if you're in the passenger seat of a long car ride and you don't want to talk to the person for 7 hours. You can just.
This is great for a car ride. I've knit on planes before. It's a great way to pass time on a plane because I can't sleep at all ever. It's kind of cumbersome to bring along with you, maybe, but it's worth it if you just can't read and can't really focus any other way.
So you feel so productive.
Mm-hmm. That too. All right, closing up row 3.
And it's so cool too. So you're ending up. It's gonna look like a little heart. Is what the end result of the project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, I'm curious.
So what I've never done is actually keep track of the number of rows I've knit, because if you do that, we're just knitting just a straight stitch, but increasing and decreasing accordingly according to the pattern, so that it ends up in a nice heart shape. So we're not doing anything fancy, we're just dropping stitches and adding stitches too.
And it looks like we'll have 2 separate heart panels that we'll just sew together.
Yep, that's the idea.
And for sewing, is the stuff included as well with the material?
Yep, we have the needle that you can use to sew, but stuffing and the embroidery thread you'll have to provide.
And Clarice just is asking, what are you making? What is it?
Oh, we are making the happy cushion from the We Are Knitters site. Going to be a cute little throw pillow for a couch. I've never knit any sort of decor before, so excited to see how this one turns out.
And then what, you just stuff it?
Yeah, you could, I mean, even like an old t-shirt even, like if you have some extra fabric lying around, or like a cotton insert, probably use that as your bolster.
That's so cool. And what's bolster? Is that?
As like the stuffing, probably.
Oh, cool. So it cleans out your closet while also being comfortable. It's perfect.
Yeah, that was my green tip for the day.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, row 4. Increase 1 more stitch.
And is that so they also have like little fun design fabrics too, like the yarn? That one right there.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if you'd be able to mix, would you be able to mix and match at all, or do you after you finish one side of the heart, do you think?
You'll probably do that.
Yeah, like you could put the
back panel as the other kind.
Yeah.
If you have any extra wool on hand, probably make it as jazzy as you'd like.
It's a new best friend necklace.
Yeah.
We could have totally made this into a race, and we could have totally watched me lose because I'm still on row 4.
Right when you said race, Bridget jumped up and was like, I'm into it.
Let's go.
She's like, I will sleep here tonight.
It's just what
Next
crafting
time.
needed
Yeah.
for competition. What other things do you craft, Melanie?
I also, let's see, I do garlands too. I've done one pom-pom garland, and I'm a big fan of just spray painting things into making them new again. I like doing that.
I always see that online and it looks so cool.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a huge difference if you have just like an old picture frame that you just always thought was really ugly, or a flower pot or something that could just be jazzed up a little bit. It's super cheap and easy, and it can be done with a lot of stuff that you already have around the house, so you don't even have to, buy extra paint or anything. Like, my biggest endeavor this year so far has just been slowly making improvements to my apartment. So not a ton of DIY, but a lot of painting and fixing things, refurbishing in general.
New knobs and pulls.
Mm-hmm. I cannot tell you how much a difference it makes to put just a new knob on something. It gives me such joy.
All those cute anthropology ones are so fun.
And what do you think, so in your apartment, what is your next DIY tackle that you're going to do?
Next DIY tackle, I really want to get into, I don't know about DIY, but crafting wise, I really want to get into cross stitch. I see these adorable cross stitch projects all over the internet and Etsy and everything, with tweets and rap lyrics and crazy things like that.
Yeah.
I feel like you can make your own pattern and do something like that and just completely customize it. I'm how?
Yeah, that'd be cute gifts.
Yeah, exactly, like an internet meme in cross stitch form.
What would be your meme or lyric of choice?
Oh my god.
On the spot.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
Just like, live, laugh, love. You know?
Yeah, I'd probably keep it really
Yeah.
inspirational.
Ugh, Mondays.
Just keep calm and knit.
Yeah.
All I do is knit, no matter what.
Can you easily tell rows apart? I guess maybe I can here.
Oh my god, wait.
No.
Hmm.
Let's do a status report. Zoom in. Hold it there.
Alright, so yeah,
gosh.
I just finished
Hold on.
row 4. I need
Seems to be a
to.
hole in mine.
A whole heart.
Yours is like much more loosely done, so it looks much nicer. Mine's a little bit on the tight side. That's okay, because
That's
you
right.
know,
Very
we're
wonky.
individuals.
Yeah.
And
Just getting back into it. First knitting project in a
yeah, I'm
while.
a little rusty, so it's fine.
The good thing about knitting is you can take all the stitches out that you want. Basically start over, you just pull and
Yeah.
it's all undone.
Yeah.
It goes undone.
That's kind of how my never-ending scarf project has been going. As soon as I run out of yarn, I'm just gonna take it all out and start over. That's kind of the beauty of it. I like crafts and things that don't feel so permanent. Like you were gonna mess up and gotta make it count. With stuff like this, it's nice to be able to go back and like redo an entire row if you really want to.
And also, someone's wondering about macrame. Is that a big trend going on?
Ooh,
In
macrame.
Yeah.
Yes. I've never tried macrame before, but I love the like window coverings. I see a lot of like window coverings and also like plant holders.
I've seen a lot, yeah.
Super, super cute. I don't know if that's something that you can just make with your hands. You don't even need knitting needles.
Yeah, I think it's basically like making a head necklace.
Cool. Okay. Well then,
So we've all done that.
something to look into then.
Spring
Everyone
break.
knows how to do
That's
it. Oh my god, I also used to do friendship bracelets when I was in school.
Oh yeah, hardcore.
Yeah, I was, again, still very, very basic. People got crazy with this. So what row are you on?
Yeah, like the chevron-y kind of.
I could never do a
stuff.
chevron. I could only
Yeah.
do just the, stripes. I'm so
Sounds
I
pretty
heard
good.
chevron's just like a head necklace, though.
I'm trying to figure out what row I'm on. I think I'm on 7, but I somehow have.
It's just expanding.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a triangle. No.
I feel like this
A
is such a cute
rhombus.
gift. Yeah, this really is a cute gift.
Yeah.
And all the stitches. Okay, this is an easy one.
And if you could knit anything in the world, like skill, not a issue, what would it be? Like, would you?
Anything in the world.
Well, I've been seeing like these basically artists, for sure, textile artists that are using like wool that's like really, really thick, yarn that's really thick.
I know what you're
So
talking
they make
about.
these like really cozy.
Yes.
I mean, the blankets are really thick. It's almost like a rug. And like chair covers and stuff. I forget what her name is,
I've
but
seen
like
those.
yeah, they're really
Like-
pretty. I would try to do something like that, but it's almost like I don't know if you can. If she's manually doing that, it's like it seems like it would be heavy.
I've seen one person do it, and she uses old broomsticks without the broom attached as her
Whoa.
knitting needles, which, I mean, must be crazy to maneuver. Must be very, very nice. I mean, and where do you get like the wool for that too?
Now I feel like that's like custom done. somehow.
But yeah, they are really, really gorgeous. And I've seen like oversized cowls that like look very avant-garde, which I would never have the courage to pull off, but I've seen some people do it. It's quite nice. I honestly would love to knit like a large blanket. A lot of my families were really into knitting and also making patchwork quilts and things like that, and I probably wouldn't be able to knit the design I have in mind. It's probably more crochet, but I really like those patchwork quilts where every single little medallion is like a different color scheme. It's just like this Technicolor rainbow of a quilt. I really like that.
Awesome. And speaking
Maybe
of
someday.
dream gifts for people, someone just tuned in and is wondering what you guys are making and if it could be a cool Father's Day gift.
Ooh. We are making the Happy Cushion from We Are Knitters, and you can check that out at BestProducts.com. It's $50 for the entire set, really high quality wool and knitting needles and the pattern. And I would knit my dad probably like a beanie or something. He could go for some outerwear perhaps, if I did it in like his color palette.
Yeah.
Very particular.
Yeah.
What about you? Have you ever like crafted something for your parents?
My mom's made a lot of things, like especially with knitting. She made these cute little like slippers almost recently. She's really good, but I haven't, not in a while. I feel like it's not been since school age since I've made something for Father's Day or Mother's Day.
Yeah.
They're getting a lot of golf gift cards, yoga gear.
I always like handwrite them a card with like all the worst like puns I can think of, but I haven't like actually made a gift in a while either.
There's like some cool skinny knit ties for men.
Yeah. Socks.
What do you do with
socks?
And do you guys prefer like handmade gifts to give and receive versus a store, like something from the store? Like, do you have a preference?
If somebody like handmade me a gift, I would go crazy. And I would absolutely love it. Like, I feel like nobody really does that anymore. Because I mean, I think it takes a lot of time, first of all, to make something, and I feel like also a lot of guts to like gift that thing to somebody, because you never know like what they're gonna say or like how they're gonna react. But I would just think it's like the cutest gesture, because again, you know, nobody really does that anymore. I'd be very touched that somebody put in the time to do that for me.
Yeah, I would definitely appreciate it. I mean, I love making something that I can give to someone, but I want it to be like professional level. If I'm gonna do that, so it doesn't feel like I'm cheating them out of a.
No, totally.
Like, here's this thing you'll never want to look at or use.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking of my friend gave all of her friends it might have been like some occasion. She gave all of her friends candles, and she made them herself.
Oh, cool.
And they had like real essential oils in them, and they looked really cute because she did the graphic design on them.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I mean that's a good one. It's a whole project, but you know, it's cute. All right, row 6.
And she has a scent to remember her by too. That's awesome.
I'm going to try to loosen this up a little bit because we are so tight. All right.
Oh, 7-2. Okay, the clear. Confused there for a second.
What do you usually do while you're knitting? Do you have an activity of choice?
I'll definitely put on some like Netflix and just have a show going in the background. I do love podcasts, but I think the last time I did a big project was like watching a show.
Yeah. I'll usually just try to watch a show that like I'm more interested in hearing than seeing, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe one of those.
Or I'll like pretend that I can like do it without looking.
That would have been
like,
so
I'm like a
fun.
professional like,
We made you guys knit blindfolds, and then you had to do this
gosh.
knit with
That
that.
would- You know, I don't know how hard that would be actually. I've never
It would
even
make us
attempted.
better knitters. It would really
Maybe.
push us.
That's right. It's like training for like the knitting decathlon. You gotta knit in your sleep.
Okay. Guys, we're
Oh
coming
my gosh, look at that. You have half of a heart.
Heard that before.
It looks like such like a stressful but also very relaxing activity too. Just to like.
Yeah,
It's not stressful.
It's super relaxing. But yeah, like I mentioned before, maybe I usually love just knitting in my apartment over the winter time. Just like to keep my hands busy. It was just like a nice activity to do. when there's like nothing else going on. You could, you know, spend all this time on your computer, on your phone. It's a good way to like unplug. Yeah.
Your eyes will thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
It's a different type of eye strain.
Alright.
Plus you can just see your results so quickly. So satisfying.
It is. It is nice. Do you ever put like fringe on the bottom of your scarves that you make, or like kind of like embellish them in any kind of way?
I haven't in a while. Oh, I was telling you earlier, I did have little handmade by Bridget tags made.
Oh.
Like these. That's the most embellished that's
I
happened
love
recently.
that.
Oh my god, so dorky.
All about that Brandon.
Yeah. It's like gonna be worth millions later.
I mean, you never
Better keep the
know.
tag on.
You never know. Okay.
What about you? Fringe it up?
I fringe it up from time to time. Sometimes I'll just do, I mean, mostly just do cowls, which is no order whatsoever, but I've been trying to make it a little nicer. It's okay, I'm happy with how this is coming along. It's
Looking good.
It's emerging. There's a shape here.
Yeah, maybe we'll have you guys post the ending product online.
Yes,
Keep this
I'll
competition going.
spend a lot of time finessing this to make a heart appear.
Cool.
But anyway, we're going to wrap it up for today. Thank you for joining me for Take Me Back Tuesday. Melanie Yates. We were knitting the happy cushion from We Are Knitters. Check out BestProducts.com. It's a $50 kit, but it gives you everything that you need and really high quality yarn. And you'll have hours of entertainment and a new decor piece to show for it.